Hello. How is everyone doing today? It's Tuesday, my dudes. So today, we are carrying on with the V2 stream. The V2 build, this is part whatever, it's in the title, it's in the description, of the Voron 2.4 revision 2 build. And we got everything built mechanically. We've got everything done above the deck, mostly. And we're going to be working under the hood today. We're going to be wiring up the electronics. We're going to be installing the electronics, wiring up the electronics, and getting everything ready for the final parts, which will be bed installation and a little bit of programming. So how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Apple is losing audience. I care not for the schedule of a fruit company. Somebody's like, you're going live right when Apple goes live. And I'm like, I care not. I am not a purveyor of fruit. I have one Apple product. It is my AirPods, which are very nice. Beyond that, the last time I used a Mac was the ones that were colorful, had a hockey puck mouse, and I played Math Circus on it in, I think, grade 3. So yes, I care not for the fruit company or their schedule or their events. And let's be honest, it's going to be a product they already have, only a little bit better or a little bit more expensive with a little bit lighter and a little bit better camera. It's a Mac. Like, the M1 is the only cool thing they got. Everything else is the same, just slightly better every year. But anyway, that comment made me feel old. So anyways, before you get too old, we have a draw today. So thanks to LDOmotors, Jason. I'm wearing the LDO merch today. You know, my apron kind of covers it up. We have 2 Voron Trident frames to give away. What is a Voron Trident? This is a Voron Trident. Okay, this is a Physek one, but you get the idea. So, if you want to win a Voron Trident frame, just the aluminum extrusion frame, link in the description. It's also pinned in chat. You have until the end of stream to enter. When is that? My streams normally run about 3 hours, so plan on entering before 4 o'clock if you want to be guaranteed in. If I run longer, you have extra time, but why risk it? Enter now, and while you're down there, make sure you like that smash button, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell, all the other YouTuber stuff I'm supposed to say. And then what else? There was something else I want to say. Oh, merch. I'm working on getting a merch store set up because you guys keep wanting merch. We're going to be doing some Only Benchy stuff because an awesome viewer sent me some art to use because I'm horrible at the art. So I'm getting that set up. I'm waiting on some samples to come in because I want to make sure I like it before I put the store live. But yeah. So yeah, neither is Apple. They can't even spell Macintosh. Yeah, isn't it Macintosh with an A? M-A-C? So what are we doing? We are installing electronics. So we've got everything done above the deck. We got our clicky installed. I don't think I need to put the mount in for this right now, but we got pretty much everything done above the deck electronically done. Yes, English. So we're gonna flip this guy over, and this is gonna be the fun part of the stream. So hopefully my overhead camera can capture all of this. It can. Look at this, guys. We have production values. We're getting there. I'm a real YouTube channel now. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get out. Wires, motors. I got to put a screen on this at some point. Good day, guten Abend aus Frankfurt, Deutschland. Guten Abend. Buongiorno. Okay, so we're going to change it up. The kit comes with a regular Big Tree Tech Octopus, okay? It comes with the Octopus whatever the normal one is, okay? We are going to change things up a bit because I'm going to be playing with 48 volts down the line. Not right now, but down the line. So in part of that, I'm going to be installing an Octopus Pro. It's pretty much the same thing, except you can run 48 volt steppers. 2 of them, I believe. Or actually all of them. I think you can run all of them. But that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to run everything at 24 volts right now because I only have a 24 volt power supply in this thing. And I'm pretty sure the 5160s are fine at 24 volts as well. But in the future, I'm going to bump it up to 24 or to 48 volts for the XY motors. So for now, we're just going to go that. Mic gain is a little too high. Okay, let me drop it. Drop the gain. How's that sound? Is that any better? Oh, wait, 1 second. I know what happened. I was recording a video. Sorry. And let's get the music going. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think we're okay there. I think we are okay there. Yeah, the Raspberry Foundation's a Pi company. Okay, so yeah. So we're going to use the Octopus Pro. I've got a whole bunch of electronics I'm going to need here. It's all backup stuff. Breakout cables. Don't need a Bowden. That is rat rig stuff. Why do I got rat rig stuff? Clicky stuff. Screws. It's horrible. Everything comes all nice and organized, and by the time you get to the end of the build, you just kind of have stuff everywhere. Okay, I'm going to need this stuff, so all this, all that. There's my screen. Okay. Fasteners, tools, and miscellaneous. I will put you here. Electronics 2 of 2. Terminal blocks. Yep, gonna need you. Belts, chains, and fans. Oh my. Don't think we need that right now. Motors. Don't need you. Huh, in the bin. Power supply. And I think that's... Ooh, and all these guys. I think that's good there. Did I print out the screen stuff? I don't know if I printed out the screen stuff. We'll see. So the plan, hopefully, today is we get all the electronics installed. I'm going to need a step ladder. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But this is not a stock build. For those that are unfamiliar, LDO does a few things a little bit differently. And don't worry, they call it out in their documentation. So let me find it here, because I know I saved it. No. Where is it? Oh, nope. Where is the LDO docs? That's Stream Elements. That's my server. Where's that? No, don't need that. Did I not save it? I could have sworn I saved it. LDOmotors docs wiring guide. There we go. Could have sworn I had it bookmarked. I guess I did not. The joys of having multiple computers. Okay. The LDOmotors kit does stuff a little bit differently. They have LEDs. They have a bunch of random little things that make it a different build. So it's tweaked a bit. So you do follow the Voron manual, but it's modified. There's a few different things to it. And most of that has to do with the way things are wired up in here. They have kind of their own arrangement of where things go versus the standard manual. And that's because they have pre-made wiring harnesses and whatever. And once you start looking at mass production of things and trying to keep like a standard, it makes sense to kind of tweak a few things to make it a little bit more easier for manufacturing, essentially. So this is nice. We got one fuse already installed in the power switch, and then I got 2 spare fuses. So I'm going to put these with all my other spare fuses so I hopefully never need them. But you know how that goes. If somebody would like to donate $1, we'll see what happens when I need those spare fuses. So, power supply. Prepare the power supply. The 24-volt power supply contains a switch. Make sure you have it set correctly. Okie dokie. I do not live in 230-volt land. I live in 110 land. Or 150. Close enough. In the bin. Hi from Brazil. Hello. I don't even... Portuguese? No, yeah. Brazil's Portuguese, right? Yeah, because it's not Spanish. Everyone thinks it's Spanish, right? I don't know. Okay, prepare the Big Tree Tech Octopus. Before installing the control board, we need to prepare a few things. Make sure the jumpers are installed correctly. Refer to the photo below. Install the stepper motors in the slots. Optional recommended. Mark terminals on the PCB in the photo. We use a red marker. Okay. So, we're going to have to do a few different things here because I have an Octopus Pro. Justin, thank you for becoming a member, and somebody else did too. Geek with the Jeep, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Portuguese, yeah, see? It's funny, I remember that from an episode of The Simpsons when they were flying to Brazil and Bart learns Spanish, and he's all happy, and then he's like, oh no. And Lisa's like, they speak Portuguese, and then he promptly forgets it all. Octopus Pro. No, not Octopus Products. Big Tree Tech. Because there's some stuff I gotta fiddle with the jumper on here. So let me find it. Okay, so wiring diagram, supported firm layer. So we need to put it in step drive mode or UART mode. So I got to take out all kinds of pins. Linus R, Swedish Kroner 100. Thank you, appreciate it. Yep, see, look up there. That's what happens when you don't have it set right. So I got to take out a bunch of jumpers here. Where is my? There's two versions of the Octopus Pro, different chips. Which one do you have? I have the one with the ARM processor, the 446. Jumpers everywhere because they come with all the jumpers installed, and we don't need them all because if you put them all in, you're in like just dummy mode, and then we need the ones in for step or UART mode because 2660s, and I also think 5160s use UART, if I'm not mistaken. Cross 2020, $5. Fuse fun, thank you, appreciate it. Okay. Convert signal to 5-inch drivers, onboard max 385, blah, 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 blah. Okay, two faces for the fans. So all my fans I think are 24 volt. So we got the pins are good there. So where is, I need to find the Octopus Pro GitHub because the manual's on the GitHub, but they don't link to their GitHub on their site. Tech repositories. UART. I'm running it in UART. Octopus Pro. There we go. Okay, so warning: the voltage of all could be selected by the jumper. If the jumper is there in the left, the corresponding is motor power. It is main power. If it is there in the right, the motor power port is up to 60. Okay. So motor power, if it, Okay, so I have a main power in and then a motor power in, okay? So I want them on the right because I'm only going to be going off of power. So main power, okay? So we look at it. There's, yeah. So right now, because I'm only running this at 24 volts, we're gonna leave it as is because I am running it just off of the main. Warning to make sure the correct image is selected is non-high voltage, such as, okay. Yeah, so wiring to motor power. So we're just using main power. Okay, so we're good there. We are good there. Okay. What 2209s? What I recommend is for the drivers, use whatever drivers are the same brand as the board. So since this is a Big Tree Tech board, I would recommend using Big Tree Tech drivers. If it's a Physec board, use Physec drivers. The water caught ones, like the legit water caught ones, are pretty much good with everything. Unless you're not buying the water caught ones. Okay. So, differences is that on board. Okay. So let's go back here. So we got that all set up. There is that pin there for the probe, but we're not using the probe because we're using, down here is the probe, but we are not using the probe. So I'm pretty sure that's not an issue because we're just using a regular end stop for a clicky. But I will make it match just for the sake of consistency. So that makes it fuse, so voltage, yeah. Okay. So installing the DIN rails. So we already have the DIN rails installed. They got their caps installed, so we already did that. So now we need to make this layout happen right here, okay? So we've got our adapter board there, controller board, Pi, that, and that. There we go. Falkenstein, €10. Thank you, appreciate it. LDOmotors, Jason is here. Everyone say hello, Jason. Do this now. Okay, so there is a little adapter here for this little board. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. And I think I need a bunch of M2 self-tappers, if I'm not mistaken at this point. Yeah. Discord is down. Oh no. The system is down. Big Tree Tech Raspberry Pi or Raspberry Pad 5 yet. Apparently they are sending me one. They are sending me one. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I might play around with it on the V Minion, but part of me wants to make it into like a, put a battery on it, make it a tablet type thing. We'll see. We'll see. So these little mounts, on most of them, you have your PCP, and then you have a little mount here. But before you do that, you have to attach this little clip onto it, and this allows it to clip onto the DIN rail. Yeah, it's a little stiff. There we go. But you want it to be a little stiff so it doesn't come flying off. Because I think the old revision that we had had that issue. Does anyone know if Atomic Dragon from Toymaker 3 is possible? Print. What is that? Is it a filament? Is it a model? Hello, everyone from Discord. So is Discord down? Like down? Don't switch. Messages failed to load. Yep. Okay. Discord's down. So everyone, go tell your friends Discord is down. Come hang out in the, come hang out here, because you know you don't want to be watching that Apple presentation. Like, come on, it's a new iPhone. Nobody cares. It's a new iPhone. It's the same as the old iPhone, just a little bit better. Danny, thank you for coming a member. And also, Apple ain't giving away a Voron Trident frame. I am. Well, LDOmotors is. I'm just doing the draw. So it's a model of a 36 tall Godzilla. Well, I have this Godzilla. This isn't 36 centimeters, but I could print it at that scale if I really wanted to. Like, I have a 4-foot dragon here I printed on one. So yes. You probably can print that model on a Voron. Okay, so for orientation, this goes like that. Goes like that. Okay. Ah. Oh, I'm gonna have little screws everywhere now. Malibu Stacy's new hat. I understood that reference. Honestly, I need to get a new phone. I'm still using my Samsung S10, and I don't know. My plan's up. I can go get one. I've just been too lazy to, because honestly, I use my phone for Discord, taking pictures, and texting people. I don't play games on it, so. Jason, the 100. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, everyone, final stream at 2.4 building will have a big prize LDO 2.4 300 kit, worldwide free shipping. Yes, that is true. The big prize at the end. When will that stream be? I don't know. This is part 5. Hopefully we get everything wired up. Part 6 will be doing things like the clicky probe installation, putting the bed in, putting the Z switch in, panels on. Maybe 2-3 streams after this one. We'll see. I'm not rushing this build. No rushing. So this goes there. Especially with current events, you don't want to be rushing. So on the last stream, we'll give it away. But that is not this stream. That is not today. Okay, where does this long one go? I got 4 here. So one goes here. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some cutting. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some cutting. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of modifications. Yeah, just a wee bit of modifications. And actually, I probably should, let me get something to wipe all this dog hair off. I gotta wipe this down because I gotta put some VHB tape on it. Coda, you wanna come say hi? Stop being a mopey dog. So mopey today. Mom got up early and went to work early, so I'm just gonna be mopey. That's all he does is mope. Snips. Dylan, thank you for becoming a member. Doggo time already? It's always doggo time. Okay, so this one kind of goes right about here. Oh my god, dad jokes. You must be new here. There we go. And then get our good pal, the VHB. Everyone likes VHB tape. It's the best. First time catching you live. Cheers, Kevin. Welcome to the show. It's funny, peeling off the backer is always a pain in the butt, I find, with VHP. There we go. Okay. So, this looks like it goes between the two motors at the back and pretty much butts up against the extrusions, or the DIN rail. So, put on my overhead cam so I can see what I'm doing using the overhead camera. And that kind of just goes there. And for those curious, if you need anything additional other than VHB tape, VHB tape is holding on power supplies on some of my printers, and it's just fine. LDOmotors, Jason, $10. Cheers, appreciate it. Again, COVID control is getting worse in China, and LDO 2.4r2 kit production schedule was affected a lot. We still hope to make the shipment at the end of March, but please expect more delay. There you go. Yeah, Hong Kong, Shenzhen's getting hit pretty hard, and China's zero COVID policies, basically meaning everything's locked down. But it's better to have a delayed printer than somebody get sick and die. So, it is what it is. Okay, so octopus. And then more brackets. Everyone likes these brackets. And more screws. Falkenstein, es ist 3M VHP, findet sich in Fach auf Amazon. Sí. Comprende español. By the way, how is this start time for you guys? The 1 o'clock. Because I think I was originally doing it. The next 2 weeks, it's probably going to be 4 p.m. again, my time. So it's 1 p.m. when I started this time. Just because daycare time with the little guy. That was. I know that was German. That is the joke. Really nice for you, yeah. Still trying to figure out what time works the best for the global audience. Friday streams happen whenever, so if you want to make sure you don't miss a Friday stream, because not every Friday is a Friday stream, but make sure you follow me on Twitter at 3DPNero. That's when you'll see if there's a Friday stream, because I'll post on there. Okay, does that go that way or this way? Goes that way. Okay. Who is messaging me? Oh, thank you, YouTube. Apparently I'm live right now. Did you guys know that? Okay, and I think these use M38s. Yeah, these use M38s. Okay. So Where's my big old bag of M38s? M312s. M38s. This time would be nice for Saturday. The thing is, Saturday, so the reason the Saturday stream was always, like, I'm not going to change the Saturday stream time. That's kind of set in stone, and it's been that way for 2 years. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go changing it now, but basically, with my job, which this is my job now, but previously, I worked steady afternoons, so streaming during the week was unviable, and weekend is family time, okay? So that time worked because that was after we put the little guy to bed, right? So little guy to bed. My wife usually went to bed early because she was working steady days. So that just kind of worked out to be the best time to stream for me, was Saturdays, 8 p.m. But now, this is my job, but weekend is still family time. So during the day on Saturday, I'm usually out. I'm usually out with the family. So I think I have done earlier in the day streams on Saturdays, but it's very not often. So that will always kind of remain. So that's why I do the Tuesday and the occasional Friday stream during the week, earlier in the afternoon my time, because it's more EU friendly. But like right now is not really North American friendly because a lot of people are at work right now. And some of you are at work right now and you're not paying attention to work and you're watching me instead, which, good choice. Really like a Voron, dislike the skirt. Nowhere to grab a bigger V2. You can print handles on the top. There's handles. This kit comes with handles. So you can put handles on the top. This has handles. And you can pick the whole printer up from them. And the skirt's there to keep fingers from getting in the electronics. So if you're, trusting of your electronics being open, you can not put the skirt on. It's cosmetic. Okay, so we got our octopus, and the octopus goes right there. Like so. Right in the middle. Right about there. There we go. Nice and stiff. Okay, Raspberry Pi mount. Pie. I like pie. Like button smashed. Will I win a frame now? It's not gonna hurt your odds. So if you're curious about winning the Trident frame, if you hit the like button, right? If you go down there, if you like that smash button, okay? It may help your odds. It may not, but it may also. You don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure how the algorithm works. Nobody knows how the algorithm works. So you might as well, give it a like. Because it's, you're just sitting there right now anyways. Come on, let's be honest. Where is my Raspberry Pi? Raspberry Pi, where are you? Oh, there you are. So, in light of current events, I know these are hard to find. So we're going to start the bidding. I'm just going to not build this printer because honestly, I'll make more money raffling this off right now than I would streaming for the next couple streams, because I think the value of these has gone up quite a bit. So we're going to start the bidding at $500 for this Raspberry Pi 3. It's a classic. And do we have any takers? Has anyone actually read the manual that comes with a Raspberry Pi? $5? $5? 501. Yeah, Heart K, 501. Has anyone actually read the manual that comes with the rat? Oh my god. What's even in here? FCC statement. Oh, it's just all regulatory compliance stuff. Ew. In the bin. And then I got a little pictorial thing. 1 million. Okay, so that goes there. No one has read the manual. Oh, you got your orbiter already? That's quick. Pi 4s are $350 on eBay already? Okay, bidding starts at 1,000 for Pi 4. And it's one of the Gucci ones that can overclock. That has the new processor on it. That one came with the Physik kit. I stole it from that kit and used an older one that I had on hand. Mr. Okay, apparently rubles is banned, so I gotta approve that post. But I bid big money rubles, aka $7 US. Yeah. Honestly, if you're watching from Russia right now, and you know nothing against the Russian people, right? Nothing against the Russian people, okay? If you're angry at the Russian people, you're doing it wrong. But if you're from Russia and you donate during the stream, it'll be really cool because you'll see the donation pop up, and before the icon disappears, the value will drop. It's funny. It's actually that it's dropping that quickly, which sucks for them, but sucks for the average person, right? Who needs Bitcoin if you have Raspberry? Oh god, crypto. I do not trust crypto at all. No more Pi 3 in China. It's one. Yeah, it's the LDO kits do not come with a hot end, because most people just pick their own anyway. So it's easier for them just to not supply a hot end, just buy your own hot end. And then also they don't come with a Raspberry Pi because it's too expensive to get them in China. You're better self-sourcing. So you're not paying for them and you're not getting them. So it's not really a loss or anything. Pi coin. Mainsail or fluid? Pick whatever one has the fancier colors. Right now I'm installing a lot of mainsail just because it's more active development as of right now. Fluid was kind of on hiatus development-wise for a bit, but it's back now. So. Okay, so this one is gonna go right about there. Wow, these clamps are much stiffer than the old ones, but the mounts were redesigned, so they're a little bit stiffer. Okay, so this uses an M4, I believe. I'm gonna find an M4 screw. M3 nuts. M5s, that M5. 5, M4. Once I invested $100 in ETH, 2 days later I had 200. But the thing is, 2 days later you could have had nothing. Like, crypto is so volatile, I view it more as gambling than investment, honestly. Gas just hit $4.75 a gallon in my local station. Up here in Canada, I'm paying locally I think it's $1.82 a liter right now, which works out to about $5.38 a gallon if I remember correctly. I looked it up. Okay, so, oh, I got that backwards. I'm just installing everything exactly how the picture is. So yeah, so we're paying more in Canada. $1.70 in Toronto. Yeah, it was $1.82 yesterday down here, a liter. So this guy goes in here. So these use a metal bracket for heat sinking. There we go. And then we have whatever that is, which I got to put together, I think. Yeah, I've got whatever this is. I can't remember what the proper terminal block, I guess. Remember, some of this electronic stuff is going to be different if you're doing a self-source kit. And also if you're doing like a bomb in a box type kit. Is there any pictures on how to put this terminal block together in here? I've never put these types of terminal blocks together. I do not see anything in the manual. So okay. Would those be in salary, say a Wago set? Yeah, I think the if you're doing self-source, it comes with Wagos. I think the default is Wagos. Because there's like a little printed mount for the Wagos and whatnot. Okay, so we got blue, yellow, or green, yellow, green, yellow, then blue, blue, I guess. And then a spacer. I'm trying to figure this out. I've never put these together. What are my thoughts on Wagos? I've never actually used them. They're not super common in North America. Some people really like them, so I say go for them. Like, I got nothing against them. I don't think I've ever really used them. Can't remember if the Physec kit came with them. I don't know how these work. I've got this terminal. Does it? Oh, I see how this works now. Okay, I see how this works. I see how this works. I've got this goes down the middle, and that is how everything attaches, I think. Then how does it go through the middle here? Or are these two separate? Do these just clip on like this? Okay, what locks them in? I don't know how these work. There's a manual. Well, where is the manual for this? I'm trying to follow the kit. Is it part of the addendum and errata? Wiring guide. Click refer to the two. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense, I think. So is this how these clamp down? So it looks like we've got them plugged right up against that. Okay, so and then I tighten the screw down here and it should lock into place, I think. Okay. Okay, so generic Wagos do not fit the holder. That's good to know. Okay, so that still works. Okay, and then we got the blue ones, so I got to put two of these together. So how's that supposed to go through there? Okay, so so I gotta break that off. Does it just snap? Never knows best, $10. Thank you, appreciate it. Is your printer caught fire? Would you play the violin? I understood that reference, but no, the name's not because of that, Nero. It's because of literally the burning software. I don't know how to play violin, so probably not. Six-hour meetings are gross. Ooh. That's a long meeting. That sucks. Print one and learn it. Like, I could. How's life without having to go to work where you work for a boss? So far okay. I'm my own boss. And apparently that guy's a dick, so. At least that's what his employees tell me. Okay, so we got those two. I put the little cover plate on so nothing gets so it's isolated. There we go. Drop down the terminals. We're good there. Okay, and then it just kind of clips on, I believe, like that. Okay, and then I gotta make another one. Doggo is the boss. He's always watching. No, he's upstairs moping right now. The wife's still at work, and he's just being mopey. How big is that white dragon? He's actually not white. He's glow in the dark, and he's 4 feet long. So remind me at the end of stream, because I'll do what I did on if you missed on Saturday's stream. I actually showed it off. I had it fully assembled and I showed it off. I turned off all the lights and whatnot. In place. I got 2 of these, so you know what? I'll put one on this side too, just to keep it from moving. Go. That is nice and secure. What's next? Power supply. Okay. LRS 200. LRS 200. I put those M4s. There we go. Gotta go for a 3. All you guys got meetings today. Isn't like Monday the meeting day? This song is very Final Fantasy. Like the little leitmotif that plays through this song is very Final Fantasy. I have meetings every day at work. That sucks. I have 4 hours of meeting every... Ugh, that sucks. Is it practical to use DIN rail mounts on a Voron V0? You can. I think there should be enough room for the electrical. The thing is, there's nowhere really to mount the DIN rail underneath a V0 by default. Oh, okay, that one has filament on it, so I'm not going to flip it. But basically, screw it. What's the worst that'll happen? So when you look at the back of it, underneath... Oh, I had a box in it. Everything is just stuck. So there's printed mounts for stuff, but like the power supply is legit just glued to the bottom panel with VHB tape. So not really. You could kind of use, honestly, I wouldn't bother because everything is just VHB to the panels. So it's just kind of stuck on. And you're not moving stuff around. Okay, so mount it upwards. And actually, I gotta put that. Yeah, let me put that one piece on first before we get too far ahead of ourselves here. Women's Day is an actual holiday? Oh, that's nice. Here it's just Tuesday. Remember, if you have not entered, we are doing a draw for a Voron Trident kit near the end of stream today. You have roughly 2 hours to enter, approximately. Link is in the description and also pinned in chat. If you have not entered yet, do this now. And while you're in there, might as well like that smash button, ring the bell, do all the other YouTuber things. Only in Berlin, not even a whole Germany. Oh, hey, free days off. Free day off is a free day off. Yeah, it's a Trident frame kit. Trident frame kit, it's stated. Did I know Discord is down? Yes, because like 10 people have told me so far. When I'm streaming, Discord is in stream mode, so I don't see any notifications or anything from Discord. Like, it doesn't make any noise or anything. I don't get any pop-ups or annoyances, which is nice. But usually when I end stream, I have like 5 to 10 DMs from people trying to like get my attention or something about something that I said on stream or something, and I don't see it. I don't see it. So if you're trying to get a hold of me during a stream, your best bet is literally just to @ me in chat. That's usually the ones I see. So I try to catch every @. I may not catch every comment, but I try to catch every @ at least. Find that fair. Men's Day is also a holiday. Okay, that works out. How about just every day be a holiday? We don't work. Is anyone down for that? I'm down for that. Okay, so where are the cover plates? There's the one cover plate. I don't want to lose these. Other cover plate. Okay. This goes right here. Like so. Oh, that ain't moving. That is not moving at all. Okay. Notice me, senpai. You've been noticed. Okay, so we got all that is in. So let's put the rest of these wire channels in and move on to the next thing. Universal basic income. Oh yeah. I'm down for that. I mean, like, we waste more money on dumber things. Doing YouTube stuff you can take. But here's the thing. When you do YouTube full time, any day that you just sit at home doing nothing, it's sitting there in the back of your mind that I should be doing something. Because if I don't put out a video and if I don't stream, I don't get paid. So that's the downside of doing YouTube full time, is you constantly have that in the back of your head anytime you're not working. So yesterday I was kind of scripting out for a video and getting that ready. And it's like, I should record the video. And then it's like, oh, I ended up making dinner. And then the little guy was being fussy, so I didn't want to come record in case I woke him up. And it's like, dang it, I want to get that video done. So. But that's the downside of being full-time YouTube, is if you don't make content, you don't make money. Because people will only, you know, remain Patreon and YouTube members for so long. Get burnt out fast. Well, that's the thing. That's why, in case you haven't noticed, I took all of February off from work to see if I was if I could do full-time YouTube. And I realized I probably can, so I said screw it. Went full-time YouTube this month. Okay, so March 1st is, you know, I quit my job. I'm now a YouTuber. But in case you haven't noticed, I'm putting out more content than I normally did, but I'm not going like crazy. And that's because I'm ramping up to where I'm comfortable at, instead of like going crazy, diving into it, and then getting burnt out. So I'm slowly ramping up to where I find that happy medium of work-life balance doing YouTube. And then I'll you know, stabilize there. instead of going, you know, all in on it and then getting burnt out. I don't want to get burnt out because that means I gotta go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. Actually, don't use that. I need like a pen will work. Time is a giveaway. Near the end of stream. So my streams are normally 3 to 4 hours. So you have until the end of stream. I started streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern. It is 2 p.m. Eastern. You have about another 2 hours to enter. The draw will be after that point, at some point. How many people in the YouTube space that got burned out because they had the mindset that every day is not working is losing money? Oh God, it's like the, here's the thing, like when I started doing this, you know, 2 years ago, one of the big things I did was like watch a ton of videos from, you know, how to be a successful streamer. I watched more stuff on streaming than videos, okay? I see myself more as a streamer who puts out VOD content occasionally versus a video, like a YouTube video creator who also streams. I see myself more as a streamer than a traditional video maker, which it shows. I stream more than I do videos because I hate editing. And planning and scripting and recording. But everyone I watch is like, oh, you have to always be on the grind. You have to put out a video every day. And I'm like, well, that's one way to get burnt out and quit. Find your happy medium and just quality over quantity. Like the good thing with streaming, technically I'm giving you guys like anywhere from 6 to 9 hours of content a week just off stream. And I don't have to edit any of that. It's great. I love it. I think you should record more off-the-cuff videos that are 20 min instead of scripted one. I've yet to do a scripted video. Every single video that I have put out is literally me ranting at the camera for like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then me spending about 6 hours editing that into a 20-minute video, a 10 to 20-minute video. I've never scripted a video. I should. Every time I try to, I just say, I literally just go, well, why am I wasting time scripting it when I could just go record it? And then I come down here and record for way too much time. A bot. Vum today. Remove. Be gone. Happy medium, a stone forge teller. Okay, that's funny. Okay, is that centered? It's about centered. That looks about right there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Are there no mods here today? I think most of them are working. I need more mods. There you go, Sanity. You're now a mod. Lay down the law. Better than yours, US. $5, Kane, or $5. Thank you, appreciate it. Can you ask Jason where someone could buy the wire track? That is a great solution. It's just called, shoot, what's it called? Not conduit channel. It's an off-the-shelf item. It's just a commercial off-the-shelf item. So. Yeah, Sanity is now the European mod. Cable Raceway. Should not be difficult to find on it. Yeah, Cable Raceway. I guess that's what it's called. I thought it was conduit channel or something. Yeah, Sanity, you're now a mod. You have power. Yeah. That's what you get for being active in chat. Oh yeah, and also when you're sticking this stuff down, don't like push on it crazy hard. I seen somebody break their bottom panel. Like they were pushing on the VHB and they literally cracked their bottom panel. Thirsty. I love how everyone congrats somebody when they become a mod. It's like, congratulations, you have to do more work. Okay, so we have that, we have that. We've got that on. So I'm gonna do the all this stuff later. We're just doing under the hood stuff today. So I got to do some wiring. Where is my inlet? Here's my inlet. And I should have a whole bunch of wires in a box somewhere. I do. So I need my power inlet. I know I printed it. There it is. I gotta start putting some of these together. With great power comes a great electricity bill. Oh, come on, the bills aren't that high. Are they? Okay, so okay, so ground goes towards the middle. Mr. Tofu Toast, $2 to keep Nero unemployed. Okay. Okay. Curse my tight tolerances. My window just creaked. Every time I do these electrical inlets, they're always just a hair too tight. Hopefully I printed the right one. And K2D2K2 K2DP2K. Thank you for becoming a member. Remember, we don't say self-employed, we say selbstständig, which is a combination of word of by yourself and always. Ooh, forever alone. I am forever alone employed. Now imagine being a Voron admin. Oh god. That's another thing too. Like, I'm also on the Voron team. So not only am I doing the YouTube stuff, I also, you know, am doing all the Voron stuff. So in case you haven't noticed, I'm on the Voron Discord a lot. Where's my kniff? It's like one layer too tight. Anyway, get in your hole. There we go. Ooh, that was a satisfying click. Okay, so that goes there. Back. Show. Back. Okay. Actually, I think I have to... Oh no, I can put the heat sets in after. We'll do the heat sets after. Do I want to put all the heat sets in these right now? You know what? Might as well. Screw it. We're in no rush. Are you guys in a rush? I'm not in a rush. Although I might be in a problem if I didn't print enough of these. Did I print enough of these? I just sworn I printed enough of these. Nope. Nope. Do I need to print more things? Oh, no, I did. I just can't see stuff. I am blind. Yeah, there's two sides. I wanted to make... I'm pretty sure I printed the right one, and judging by the very satisfying click, I did print the right one. But... yeah, rushing a boron build is a good way to have a bad time. Exactly. That's the thing with German. Like, a lot of German words, from my understanding, are... Is Discord not working? or not Discord, Spotify. Yeah, it is. A lot of German words are big and long because it's literally just 2 words smashed together to make a new word. So instead of like English where we just have, you know, self-employed or like a new word, they just take like 2 words and mash them together and that's a word. English is Germanic. I know. But there's still different, like, you know, there's still different languages. There's still different ways. I don't know. That's why, like, German has those crazy long words because it is like, oh, we have a word for a house that is short but also wide, and it is called house that's short and wide instead of just, you know, a squat house or whatever. This has been Linguistics with Nero. By the way, does anyone else find it weird when you refer to yourself by your internet name? Like, I don't know. Like, at least in real life. When I say it online, it's fine. Like, you know, I type it or whatever. But it's like, hi, my name is Nero 3D. It's like... Is it going to be a manual for the Legacy? I don't think so. The Legacy is was like just a fun little project RCF did for Christmas one year. Was it Christmas? I think it was Christmas. Literally, it's a simple build. You can use the manual for any of the manuals for like the afterburner assembly, and then the CAD literally should get you everything you need. And then electrical, just look at like a V2 or a Trident manual and just copy the relevant points. It's not meant to, the Legacy is kind of like a resto mod. It's meant for those who have an older Voron with all the rods and whatnot, like a V1.5 or 1.6. And they want to upgrade it to a modern style, but it's really not intended to be a scratch built machine. It's unless you want one. It's kind of like a different thought process went into making it. For those that know, no Voron machine is designed for a purpose. It's just kind of like, oh, these are cool, let's just make them. Like, they're not designed to fit a market. They're just kind of designed. Yes, we understand, Taylor. Yes, for those that don't know, my name is Taylor. Hello there. Okay, so M3s. Let me go get a step ladder. I need to elevate my position. You do not have to be here for the giveaway, but you can only enter during stream hours. So that's how I do my giveaways, unless requested by whoever is, you know, sponsoring the giveaway. You can only enter during the stream, but you don't have to be here because I know I have a big global audience and I feel kind of bad. I've done streams in the past where it was on request of the person sponsoring. And I understand why they did it, but I don't like doing it because nothing is worse than like on my Saturday streams when I'm doing the draw at 11:30 p.m. my time, which is stupid late for a lot of you European folk. Or not late, it's actually early. I can't see what I'm doing. Where did I put my Allen key? Fun fact, when you can't see what you're doing, it's actually possible. Now, you may not know that you can do this. This is like a pro move here. But if you can't see what you're doing, it actually is possible, if you time it right, that you can just kind of spin the printer around, and then you can see what you're doing. Look at that. I bet you didn't know you could do that. There we go. Let's put all these in. Because I need to put this one in for the thing. To make a Voron capable of printing super high temp materials like PEEK. The thing is though, nobody prints PEEK. Like, it's literally like $400 a kilogram. And for, you know, considering the majority of people use their 3D printers to print whatever the flavor of the month print is on Reddit, for internet points, you don't really need. Plus, like, these machines are nowhere designed for PEEK in mind. Like, they're not designed for PEEK. They don't have, with PEEK, you got to worry about all kinds of stuff. You're basically building a printer in an oven. So a Voron has a lot of printed parts. You know, you got like almost 2 kilograms of printed parts in this machine. Not all of them are in the chamber, mind you, but still. Like, you want something metal. And then if you need it for like work or whatever, you're better off buying a commercial machine that is built with PEEK in mind. Because you're pretty much having to build a machine from scratch at that point. You're not building a Voron, you're building a completely new machine. Do I have a PO? I need to figure out a PO box, because the thing is, I don't have a post office near my house, and I don't want to like drive out of my way to go check a post office often. I got to see if I can get a PO box and then have it forward to my address. But I do need to look for that because I have too many people know my address. Because, you know, as a professional operation, I'm running this out of my house, so. And yes, I have looked into like renting a location to do this out of or something. But it's pretty much we're going to be buying a shovel because there's no way with property prices that I could find somewhere that's worth it. Joseph, what are your thoughts about wire connectors between cable chains? Been having wire breaks in Y and Z chains and finding them has been a pain. Between the chains where it's not moving, that's fine. But the better problem, or the better question is, why are you having wire breaks? What kind of wire are you using? Like, that's the thing, is you're trying to fix you're trying to you're banding a problem instead of fixing the problem. So how do we make it so your wires don't break? What is causing the wires to break? So let's fix that, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. So first off would be, make sure you're using the right kind of wire. Make sure you're using PTFE, or like high strand count PTFE, or FEP, or HER, blur, whatever the heck it's called, wire. There we go. I think I cross-threaded this one, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. There we go. Okay, that one's missing its ball. In the States, you can use PO Box Auto Forward to your house, allows you to have an automated. Yeah. Local shop. That's not really practical. Again, I don't live in town. I live in like the burbs between a city and a town. So there's really nothing by me. That's another problem. If I found a shop that I could rent, like, you know, just a cheap little warehouse, you know, a few hundred square feet just to work out of, I don't feel like driving 45 minutes to that. That's the problem. Ask LTT if I could shack up in the corner. Woo! Linus is on the other side of the country from me. I'm in Southern Ontario. LTT is in Vancouver. And my wife is home, which means the puppy is here. Coda, come here. Come say hi. I need you for internet points. There you go. Coda, say hi. Oh, it's a good boy. And my wife brought me a coffee. Thank you. How was work? Don't want to talk about it. Okay. Oh, you need a bath. You are stinky. That sucks. Okay. Yes, doggo. Somebody, I missed something. I missed something. Astronobob. $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the videos. Building my 2.4 starts tomorrow. Awesome. Good old crappy Timmy's with the roll up the rim that's not even roll up the rim anymore. Back in my day. Oh, I already put them in. Okay, that goes there. But yes, Linus Tech Tips is other side of the country from me, so unfortunately I won't be collabing with them anytime soon, which would be awesome. I've spoken to a few guys on the team. They're cool people, but that ain't happening, unfortunately. And then really the only close YouTuber that I know of, to me, Hacksmith Industries is up in Kitchener, which they're like an hour and a half or 2 hours from me. They're like the closest YouTuber that I know of. Other than Chep. Chep is literally across the river from me, if I'm not mistaken. He lives like just outside of the Detroit area. So he's like 45 minutes from me. But international border. Thomas, €4.99. Appreciate it. Duff. Who knows if LTT, well, considering they got a staff of 60 already, and they've opened up that other location nearby, I don't think they're going to be expanding outside of their area because, yeah. Like, they make content, that's the thing. If you're making content to go up on the internet, it doesn't matter where people are at. So why would you have a whole separate location on the other side? They don't say Detroit what? They say Detroit, I beg your pardon. Nobody says that. I've run into them, you know, they're local me, we shop at the same place, darn it. Yeah, grinding and brewing your own coffee. I have a coffee grinder. I used to make my own coffee, and then I just got lazy and stopped doing it, and actually I drink tea more now. I make tea at home. I don't drink coffee at home usually. I don't make my own coffee at home usually. Okay, so we have that in. We got those pieces in. So I guess we're running our Z motors and our B and A motors. So we're running all our motors right now. So let me find my motor cables. There they are. So I'm going to go this way. I don't want to spin this on my desk because this desk, I need to resurface my desk here. I'm keeping an eye, I'm waiting for like a bamboo table to go on sale because right now this desk is literally a piece of like 3/4 inch plywood. And then I literally stuck like 24-inch like linoleum tiles to it. Like they're just linoleum tiles. Because this bench was originally built as my reloading bench. So I have like, you know, holes here for a Dillon 550B reloading press. And so I wasn't doing anything precision on it. It was just a workbench. So I wanted a surface that was, you know, waterproof for like cleaners and whatnot for clean my guns. But what I'm going to do is just get like one of those bamboo benches and just cover the whole thing with like liquid nail and just put a bamboo bench on top. So it'll be up at about an inch higher, but I don't care. What color red are those accent? Okay, so this red is cherry red from Sparta 3D and then cloud gray. And they're both sparkle filaments, ABS plus. Going to Murph? I am going to Murph. Can't wait. What kind of filament diameter sensors? I've never bothered. If your filament is that much out of spec throughout the entire print, buy better filament. Like it. If your filament is varying during the print, buy better filament. Now, if it's just you're not measuring your filament before print, because usually the whole spool should be within spec, okay? You're not gonna see that much, because also you have to remember, yes, the diameter changes, but then you get to the melt zone at the end where it all just gets melted together. So I don't think you're actually seeing that big of a difference with variable. It's a very minute thing. There are other things that affect your print quality much more than your filament varying 0.01 millimeters over however much distance. Reloaded mint. Yes, I used to do I used to shoot USPSA and IPSC. That was back when I was single and I had all the money to blow before I owned a house and everything. What's a reloading bench? What ammo? It is a bench that you have a reloading press on so that you can make bullets. Going to Murph if the COVID. Yes, the border needs to be open, obviously. That's what killed Murph last year for me, was I couldn't cross the border. Well, technically I can cross the border, but if I get the coof, if the coof is around, I can't. Okay, I gotta put some stepper motors on here. Let's get some drivers in this board. So I need my 22 or 5160s. Are we doing 5160s? We are doing 5160s. So Big Tree Tech 5160s. Ben Keenan or Kanan? I can never remember which one's which. $5. Thank you, Preacher. I was curious about how much room is in those cable chains if I have 18. I'm using 20 and 24 gauge, or actually, yeah, 20 and 24 gauge wire. Most of it's 24, I believe. There's plenty of room. You can use 18. I wouldn't use 18 for everything though. 18 for your like heater, your hot end heater, and then the fans and like sensors and whatnot, those are usually 24. Is LDO building a Trident kit? They will. I do IDPA from a bunch of megs to let me go USPSA. KB3D 15. Thank you, appreciate it. By pre-made. Yeah. So how it works is you reuse your the casing. It's brass. You can reuse it, and then you fill it with new powder. You put a new bullet on top and a new primer, and you call it a day. Try out 1/2 inch sheet of MDF. I know, but I kind of want that bamboo finish. I'm just doing, I only have 4 5160s. I got 2 from Big Tree Tech, and then I think I have 2 from Physek. And the Physek ones are longer. Yeah, they're high voltage 5160s. And these are just 5160 Pro. So I'm assuming they're all high voltage. Nobody makes low voltage 5160s, I think. If I'm not mistaken. So, I reloaded for cost reasons. Back in the day, I was going through, my last summer that I did USPSA, I was going across the border, or IPSC, because I was going, well, USPSA, because I was going across the border to shoot in Detroit at some ranges. I was going through, I think I went through like 10,000 rounds of 40 that year. So yes, reloading for cost reasons, and because I was doing a lot of shooting for practicing and whatnot. So. The BTT Pro or high volt, yeah. 5169. Well, these are the Big Tree Tech ones, which they sent with the Octopus Pro, so I'm assuming they're high voltage. I highly doubt they would send me 5160s with this board that weren't high voltage. And then the rest are 2660s. Chip issues, yeah. Like, from supply issues, or they're actually failing? Octopus Pro only XY. No, on this one you could put any motor to high voltage. There's jumpers. Okay, so we have, how do we have it set up here? BA. Oh, they actually have it the other way. Okay, so I did it backwards because I got it upside down right now. So I probably should flip this around so I'm doing it the same way as the picture. But it is that one that's open, so EA is down there, yeah. Okay, let me turn this around now. Yeah, let me check these. That's not it. Oh, there's the high voltage one. Oh, it doesn't say it. Yeah, 5160 Pro. So 5160 Pro are high voltage, so. Any tips on good nozzles? Just buy a quality nozzle. Here's the thing, I'm testing a bunch of nozzles right now, okay? I have the Diamondback nozzles in Toasty right now, and I'm printing a bunch of carbon fiber stuff. I've got, obviously, the Revo nozzles. I don't have an Obsidian nozzle yet. And then I'm running a bunch of like other nozzles, but here's the thing. A good nozzle is a good nozzle, okay? Any really good nozzle from any good brand, you're not going to tell quality and print difference, okay? If you don't print abrasives, I'm a big fan of copper nozzles that are plated. Copper is very good for heat transfer, and then the plating prevents stuff from sticking to the nozzle. And then if you're printing abrasives, go with a hardened nozzle, a Nozzle X or Diamondback nozzle or any other hardened nozzle. But if you're not printing abrasives, I say don't go with a hardened nozzle, unless you're printing like obscene amounts of filament, like your machine's always on. Which chip? No, I have a 466. I have a 466 Octopus Pro. So I've got these heat sinks for this guy. TL copper plated or Bondtech CHT? Yes, I keep forgetting about the CHT. If you want to go super high flow, CHT. The only thing I worry about with the CHT is how they're gonna last in the long term. That is the only concern I have about CHTs, is potential long-term use. Diamondback has even better thermal conductivity than copper. Interested to see if that increases potential flow rate. Well, the machine I have it on is my abrasive machine. So it's on Toasty, which is my higher temperature material and abrasive material machine. So it's got a Voron edition, high flow Dragon in it. So I don't really push that machine too hard because I'm printing stuff like carbon fiber nylons and whatnot, which you really don't want to be printing that stuff fast. That's the thing. Like everyone's all about the speed benchies now, but a lot of materials you cannot print fast. They don't turn out good quality if you do. So like filled nylons or any nylons really, silk filament. You know, everyone's using silk filament to get those nice shiny prints. If you print silk filament fast, you don't get as shiny a print. You need to print it slow to get the silk effect and the shiny. Any insight when Hotend Revo is coming? When it's done. I don't know E3D's supply chain, unfortunately. I'm not that cool of a content creator to get that kind of info. Am I missing a heatsink? Nope, that's a full driver, so. There's a heatsink. There we go. Print silk at 40 millimeters. Yeah, that's not fast. Okay, there we go. So we got our BA motors here, and we're gonna have to shorten these guys because obviously we can't be having this. So we're gonna shorten these up. So it's everyone's favorite time of the stream. It's crimping time. Get rid of some of these boxes. Okay. That one still has a driver in it. Garbage, garbage. Thank God it's garbage day. That one's still got a driver. Okay. Garbage day. Somehow I lost a heatsink doing that, but whatever. Crimping ain't easy. It is if you know what you're doing. Okay, so I don't know if this kit comes with JSTs. Let me take a look here. Because all the wiring's pre-done. You technically don't have to shorten these wires, okay? I am, because I am. I like having clean wiring most of the time when I have time to do it right. If you make that shirt, I will buy it. That is an idea. I'm working on getting shirts made up. Let me see here. Where is it? So this is kind of a sample of what's being worked on right now. so prefer weasel stomping day. Don't think merch. No, but I still want it. People want merch, so I'm working on some things because people want merch. So I you know, who am I to deny you spending your own money on frivolous things? It is not my right to stop you from spending your money. Okay, so the first one is the B motor, which is this one. So it's gonna go like that, so that will go there. Yep. Is that site even up? It is, but I'm not like publishing it out. If you happen to find the site that has like what store and whatnot, and you want to buy something, go for it. But I'm waiting until I actually have some merchandise in hand to wear and see how it is before I actually advertise it. Because I did have a merch store through what YouTube does. With YouTube, as soon as you hit like 10,000 subs, they have a merch store you can use, and it's through Spring, I believe, which a lot of people didn't like. So I did have a merch store set up, and I only had like a few shirts with like my name, like the logo on it, which, let's be honest, buying merch that's just the logo of a channel is just kind of, I want some actual like merch, right? The Only Benchies, for example. So Teespring's one. I'm trying the Stream Elements store. That one's been recommended by I've seen it pop up from a few people recommending the Stream Elements store. And also it is probably the best one in terms of your purchase money going to me. But I want to make sure the quality is good before, like, I'm happy with the quality before I actually make the link public. Because I'm sure you would rather have, you know, if you're paying $20 from a shirt from a bunch of vendors, I'm sure you guys would prefer if it was through a vendor where more money went to me than like $1. Do you need special crimper for Microfit 3, or does PA09 work fine? PA09 works fine. That's what I use. Is it worldwide? I believe so. They ship to Canada. I know that. And I'm sorry, it's hard for me to read chat right now because I'm kind of like 6 feet away and up in the air. One. Rumors of LTT going to make merch. If they do, I'd be down for that because I would love to have a water bottle. Because honestly, the LTT water bottle, like with the cap, is like legit well thought out. Like I like this water. No shill. I like this water bottle. Like you open it up, and this part, it doesn't flop down and hit your face. It's a good water bottle. So, shop LCT store. Yeah. Microfit 3s are okay for heater cartridge. Yes. As long as you're not running like one of those stupid, crazy hot ones, like I don't know. Like the old LTT water bottle. What, the Costco Contigo water bottle with the blue tape on it that said LTT store? Somebody's like, you should sell that. And I'm like, I don't want Linus like in my DMs going, hey dude, you might want to knock that off before I stick some lawyers on you. But in terms of him, the thing is, I don't think LTT is making their own merch. I think there's like another company makes the merch for them. Okay. I don't think they're actually making their own merch. It's not like, for those that are familiar with bunker branding, okay? There's a bunch of YouTube like gun channels, like firearm and outdoor channel and whatnot. They all use bunker branding for their merch. But the guy who founded bunker branding actually is making the shirts in-house. Like they buy the shirts, obviously, but they're doing all the printing on them in-house. I don't think LTT is doing that. I don't think they're actually making the shirts in-house. So again, for those that don't know, if you cut a wire short, keep the end you cut off so that you know which order the wires are. Don't try and match the color of the wires up with the what is shown in like the manual, because there is no actual set standard for the wire colors. They could be anything. Oop. And then also, if you have a JST that doesn't like stay locked into your connector, get something like a pin, and you can pry up the little tab more so that it locks in better. Just be careful not to stab yourself. They probably white label it. Yeah, I'm sure they offshore the actual manufacturing of the shirt. It makes sense. Like, that's what most people do. There we go. And then what I normally do with these pieces I cut off, if they're long enough, I actually keep them and I just put them on a shelf somewhere, because you never know when you need like a pre-made extension. And then the other option is, what you can do is save the fitting off of it. So that's another thing I do, is I keep the actual fitting. Where'd the little tab on this guy go? Did it? Oh, it fell down here. Yeah. There we go. You can take the JSTs off and reuse them, because I find you run out of JSTs quicker than you run out of the actual little connectors. Bunker only, make sure. So here's the thing, and I no offense, I love it. You know, rah America. I'm not American. Anytime I see, like, people have told me in the past, I need to use this because I need to buy American. I am not American. So buy American means absolutely nothing to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I support local manufacturing. But I love when people try to, because people have told me I shouldn't support something, I should support something because it's made in America and that's the only reason I should support it. And then I'm like, I'm not American. I live in South Detroit, not Detroit. I can speak. Je peux parler juste un petit peu de français. Mon français n'est pas très bien. Oh, Canadian. But please don't go into politics. Please try to avoid going into politics. I don't live in Detroit. I live in South Detroit. There's a difference. Journey wrote a song about me once. Well, about the city I live in, apparently. What's that scene in Armageddon where what's his name is like hitting the bashing the engine on the space shuttle to take off from the asteroid? He's like, American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan. And it's a global economy. Honestly, doesn't really matter where things are made. That should be on. overhead camera for this. Overhead. Buy domestic. There's everyone. Everyone's saying buy domestic while I'm building an LDO kit. And everyone wants the LDO Voron. Outside of the Raspberry Pi and a Hotend, if you buy a Revo or like a Mosquito or whatever, I don't think any of this is made North American. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's the best Voron kit you can buy. And why buy when you can win? Because if you don't remember, this is, I'm at a very awkward angle for doing this. The last stream of this build, we are giving away an entire V2.4 kit. And at the end of this stream, we are giving away a Trident frame. So why buy when you can win? I hope I live in an age where stuff says made on Earth. I think Teslas have that. They have like a little thing that says made on Earth by humans or something like that. Or is that just the one they shot into space? Has anyone designed a mounting bracket for the Pi 400 board? No. It's a little long. I'm pretty sure you could fit it in here. Like I don't doubt you could fit it in here. But it's pretty long. Pi 3A is fine. For those curious, a Pi 3A is plenty powerful. Like I'm using, you know, Pi 02s in machines, and those are fine. Like, unless you're trying to run like a 1080p webcam, even a Pi 0 is fine. Like a regular 0 if you don't mind no webcam. Okay. Sebastian, test. Can I use a thread ripper? You can. It might not be worth it economically. Your power bill might not like you, but you could use a thread ripper. Anything that runs Linux, or pretty much, I'm pretty sure pretty much anything that runs Linux, you technically can run Clipper. You have to install all the packages for it manually, and there are guides for that. And that's actually one of the things I'm touching on my Clipper video that I'm making right now, is how to install Clipper on any printer. And part of that will be addressing things like Orange Pis and other controllers. Because, you know, with the cost of everything and people wanting to use other options, especially because you can't even find Raspberry Pis right now, is going over that stuff. Just be aware, the workflow is not as clean as using, you know, a Raspberry Pi. So yes, you can install Clipper on pretty much anything actually, that can run Linux, but the process, and especially when it comes to like updates and whatnot, yeah, it's nowhere near as clean. Okay, so B&A motors are in. Input shaper on 3.8, yeah, it's fine. Input shaper on a 02 is fine, and yeah. Okay, so now we got to put these motors in. So we got Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, or Z0. Okay. So, where are my cables? Here are my cables. And then I should have a bunch of little labels for these, so I don't get them all mixed up. Where'd you go, labels? I had labels. I had little yellow labels for these. And I don't know where I put them. Uh-oh. I want to use them, so I don't... Quick, somebody go back in the stream and tell me where I put them. Oh, here they are. Found them. Okay, are these all the same? Am I going to have to crimp a whole bunch of... Oh, no, they're different lengths. Good, good, good. Oh, wait, no. No, that's one I already cut. Dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna be crimping. Right there. Exactly. Okay. Yep, crimping time. So, Z0. So, again, the motor mounts are a little different on this one. Fluid and mainsail both run on Orange Pi 3 without issue. Yeah. The only thing you may run into is issues when it comes to like updating down the line. Because I know like you can't use the pre-made installations for a lot of them. I know that was actually looked into. Is trying to make like the Orange Pi like compatible with just, you know, how we install Clipper right now, mainsail and fluid, using like the pre-made SD card images. I want to say Ray, somebody looked into it and it was just a nightmare. Because there's too many variables among all the different ones and not everything's supported. And it's just kind of like a pain in the butt. So, 0. And then this one is... What? What am I looking at here? Oh, because it's 2. Right. 1, 2. 1. 4, 5. Oh, and this is the 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so which one's doubled up? Shoot, which is it? That one? I want to make sure because I got the Pi. Yeah, see, so it's motor 0, motor 1, motor 1. So these two are both motor 1. So let me just double check on this. Because of course they don't label it. That's the one thing I don't like about Big Tree Tech. Is they don't have labeling on the front of their boards. Okay, motor 0, motor 1, motor 2, 1, motor 2, 2. So motor 2 has the 2 on this one. Okay, yeah, so that one there. So yeah, so 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It should be okay. Yeah, 2, 1, 2, 2. Yeah. Yeah, so I just skipped 1. Okay, we're good. Just making sure. And then we'll, yeah, take your time with wiring. Don't rush wiring. If you rush wiring, it looks like poop and it never comes out good. So don't rush wiring. Take your time, do it right. I'm not in a rush. You shouldn't be in a rush. This is 0, so mix it up. And then in this one I can crimp down here. Greg, are you asking about the draw? Yeah, it's pinned in chat, and then it's also in the description. So if you want a chance of winning a Voron Trident frame, courtesy of LDOmotors, be sure to enter in the next hour to guarantee your entrance. Because after an hour from now, the stream can end at any point. You don't want to miss out. And also, while you're down there, be sure to like that smash button, ring the bell. If you want to help support the content I create and the things I do, consider blah, 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 English. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Need an adjustable table for work safety. This little step stool is work safe. It's work rated. Adjustable height desk. The problem is I have stuff under this desk. I use under the desk for storage. And like, I have stuff mounted on the wall. So if I go up any higher, I hit stuff on the wall. And if I go any lower, I crush stuff underneath the desk. So it's not really practical for my setup. I don't have like, this is like my workshop room and my recording room and like everything room. So I'm using up all the room. That's why I have like filament mounted to the walls, because I don't have room on the floor to store it. So I use the walls for filament storage. Did I get my tools from work? I have not yet. I have a focus. I got to figure out how to get a 47-inch toolbox home and a focus. So it's probably going to be multiple trips and just kind of throwing stuff in boxes. Decides push notifications. Yeah, push notifications are annoying, let's be honest. The problem is with YouTube, if the algorithm thinks you're not watching new stuff from a channel, it won't show up in your subscriptions, which is super annoying. Because right now, I checked the other day, I am subscribed to 347 YouTube channels, okay? Yet when I click on like subscriptions, I see like the same like 10 channels all the time. So I have to like manually think of, okay, what channel haven't I seen a video from? Go to that channel and then watch their stuff, and then it'll start showing up again. Sell it to somebody. I don't want to sell it to somebody. I got all kinds of cool stuff in there. I want it. My toolbox. To it behind the focus. I don't think those Mastercraft caster wheels will hold up to that. 3D printed bunker basement. The problem is I don't live in like England where everything is like, I have a lake like 200 meters from my house in that direction. So the water table is probably not the best for putting a house in or putting a bunker underground. Plus it freezes here. So his bunker would have to be like 6 feet deeper than it is than compared to like to get below the frost line here. Plus, I don't think my wife would approve, and I don't think our property value would benefit from me putting a bunker in the basement. That was something my brother-in-law was like, yeah, just build a big shed in the backyard. I'm like, I need permits. I need to run power to it. I need to run, like, it doesn't make sense. I live in suburbia. I don't have the option of doing that kind of stuff, unfortunately. Would be cool if I could. Okay, Z2. So hopefully these ones are long enough I don't need to trim them as much. Ever tried PTFE spray as a lubricant on linear rails? No, I don't have any. I just use white lithium, but PTFE should be fine. You should have no issues if you use PTFE. Remember, these are 3D printers. They're not precision and high-load CNC machines. Pretty much as long as your rails are wet, you're good with some form of lubricant. This music's a little slow. Let's get something. Let's go with some synth wave. Permit for a shed. It depends on the square footage. Because here's the thing, I'm not going to build a shed that's the same size as my room. If I'm building a shed, I'm building something where I can move everything in here out. And then, you know, it gets down to potentially -20 in the winter here. So it needs to be fully insulated, fully heated, run power to it. Like it's... Plus, I live in the suburbs. I'm sure my neighbors wouldn't like it if I just suddenly built a 500 square foot shed in the backyard. By a decommissioned church. It doesn't work. where I live. Those get bought up by investment people and turned into Airbnbs where I live. Or rental properties or whatever. Expand basement. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have a shovel fund at some point. You know how like Twitch streamers, how they have that little bar somewhere for like goals or whatever? And we're just gonna have the shovel fund for me to rent a backhoe to dig a bigger basement. What about my CNC project? Oh, it is mothballed for now. But CNC isn't fully off the table. Is there any reason a RAS compute module will work? The problem with the Raspberry compute module is one, finding one. Victory Tech is sending me a pad 5, and I basically told him, like, you could send me one and I'll take a look at it, but I won't be able to do anything until I can get a you have to send me a CM4 for it. You have to send me a compute module because they are not in stock in Canada at all. So I'm like, if you send me something without the compute module, I won't be able to do anything with it. So they're sending it with the compute module. So the problem with the compute module is you still need a board to get at everything. You need to power the compute module. What do you need? You need to power it and you need to get IO off of it. So minimum, you need to get UART off of it. So you still need a board because it only has that like low profile connector on it or something like that. Like the board by itself, you can't do anything. You need another board. And they're not cheap and they're not in stock. So you run into the same problem. Sorry, joining late. Can you explain everything you have mounted underneath next time you have overhead cam? There's a link in the description to the LDO page for the like how the electronics and everything are installed in this printer, and it's all covered there. But basically, I have a breakout board for the tool head wire run, an SSR, a terminal block, power supply, a Raspberry Pi, and an Octopus. You can send me one. I have one on the way. One is coming. I am getting a CM4 on the way, but I do appreciate that. And for a second, I thought you were Ivan Miranda. I'm like, Ivan's here? But I'm not printing a giant thing in red PLA. That's his thing. His setup I'm jealous of. That's basically what I've been trying to keep an eye out for, is a setup kind of like Ivan's. Like a little workshop type space. Because everyone's getting new locations. Joel has a new location. Uncle Jesse has a new location. Tom, 3D, Tom Slander. Or Tom, last name I can never pronounce correctly, has a new location. Everyone's getting new locations. COVID is done. World returning to normal. 3D printer YouTubers are buying locations and shops. There we go. Okay. This is motor 1. So remember, with computers, 1 is 0. So this is motor 0 and this is motor 1. Sand ladder. I know the problem is I always forget it in the spur of the moment. It's like Tom Salamander? Tom Salamander. I don't know. He just keeps calling me the Voron guy, so I should be allowed to just call him Tom Salamander. Sorry, Tom. He's a joke. Hey, random M3 screw. Where did you come from? Hopefully nowhere important. Voron guy of YouTube, tell me your wisdom. Don't forget to lube your rails. Baby belt. I want to build a baby belt. The problem with the baby belt is I can't find the design for it. And Buddy's selling kits, but he's not shipping outside of the US. So I need to like email him and be like, hey, do you mind shipping one to like Canada? Because I want to build one. But it's like a little itty bitty belt printer. And it looks like mostly printed. Some of the motors, it doesn't use, I don't think it uses stepper motors. It uses whatever those like really cheap printers use for motors, which honestly, I'd probably swap it to like Nemo 14s because I got a whole whack load of them. But I should call you Uber as RCF does. Well, that's what my Discord name is, Uber Nero. So I know I've said it a million times. So the whole YouTube name, the Nero, okay. Way back in ye olde days, I can't remember what my first Hotmail email address was, okay? But when I signed up, when I got StarCraft, I needed to make a BattleNet account, and I needed a name. And at the time, we had Nero burning software installed on the family computer, and I'm like, huh, Nero sounds cool. So I wanted to use that, but the problem was, well, that's taken. So I had just played, I can't remember, I think it was a Wolfenstein game. And the cool bad guys were Uber soldiers. And I'm like, Uber, that means super. That sounds cool. So I went Uber Nero. And that was, 9 or 8 or 9-year-old or 10-year-old me coming up with a cool name. It was Uber Nero. I'm like, cool. And then that just sort of became the name. I still have like my email address is, that from way back in the day. Drive to USA. Problem is, I'm not gonna. I think actually I can. For a while, you couldn't cross the border unless you got a PCR test to come back. So it was kind of really impractical to cross the border, but I think I can just hop across now. Fabrico has a belt conversion of the interface. The problem is, I don't want a big belt printer. I want the small belt printer because I don't have room. I'm on a little printer spree lately. How many people still have aliases from when they were 10, 15? Yeah. Yeah, so when did StarCraft came out in 98, I want to say? So I was 10. I want to say 98 is when StarCraft first came out. Or was it 99? I can't remember. Would they let me slingshot? I'm pretty sure border services would not appreciate somebody flinging objects across an international border. I don't think that would go over well with some people. Yeah, I don't, you could try. Ooh, I did this motor backwards. I did this motor backwards. I need to undo it. Undo the motor. Okay, so blue. And of course that 98. Yeah, so StarCraft came out in 98, so I was 10 when I created that name. Come on. I'm trying to pry this one broken pin up so it engage. There we go. And then my YouTube channel, I think it still shows up if you search it, but it's actually, my YouTube channel is like my YouTube channel from 2006 when I created it. Like, I think my YouTube channel is from April 2006, like literally like a couple months after YouTube went live. And it's actually originally was Neroga, Neroga. because that was my World of Warcraft character when I created the YouTube channel. I was an undead mage. Building my second 2.4 as an R2. Have you tested with MGN12 before and you notice any differences? This is the first time I'm building a 2.4 R2, okay? So my existing 2.4s, Tallboy and V2.26 here, are both dual MGN 9s, and I don't think I'm going to change them. I am very much of the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm leaving them stock because I at least for now, I might switch up, I might switch up V2.26 at some point to take advantage of the new X carriage, but I'm in like no rush to do it. Okay, so we got that one, and then we got one more. And then we have the extruder at the end. Okay. But yeah, if you're having no issues on an existing 2.1 or 2.4, then upgrading might not be worth it. Basically, that's how it kind of always works with recent Voron updates, is if you're building new, build the newest. Obviously, build the newest if you're building new. However, if your existing one has no issues, upgrading may not be worth it. Because usually it's, you know, some of the designs that we do for upgrades, like updates, are addressing problems that aren't super common. Like only a few people may have the problem, so upgrading may not do anything for you. Or it might, it really depends. If you have a twisted X carriage, yeah, going MGN12 might help. The new front idlers, no belt problems. Yeah, same thing. I'm running the old style front idlers on V2.26, and it's coming up on 2 years, and I have no belt wear on this machine at all. So, yeah. But if you do have problems, it might be worth upgrading. It's a simple swap. It's just printed parts, so it doesn't take long to upgrade the front idlers. What is the MGN12 supposed to help with? Okay, so with dual MGN 9s, we went with dual MGN 9 with 2.4. Previously on V20 to 2.2, it was only a single MGN 9. And we went to 2 when we went direct feed. Okay, because the prior versions of the tool head were bowed-in only. So we went direct feed, and the problem was a lot of the cheaper China rails at the time had slop in them. So once we were putting all that extra weight of a direct feed tool head on, it was sloppy. So we doubled up the rails. So now you have a rail going this way and a rail going this way, and they should cancel out any slop, right? They should equal out together to a pretty stiff system. And it worked. The problem is if your extrusion is twisted, which aluminum extrusions are not precision. They are not a precision thing, okay? Regardless what anyone in their Ender 3 with V-wheels tells you, aluminum extrusions can be twisted, they can be bent. These are not a precision thing. They're extruded aluminum. They just come out of a die. So, and there's no finishing on them. So, some people have twisted extrusions, or they can never get it to line up perfectly, which we kind of got rid of on the tool head by having a pivot point for the second extrusion mount, the bottom extrusion mount, or carriage mount. But it was kind of like a stopgap solution. So, with switch wire, we had the single MGN12, and then testing with that went, hey, wait a minute, a single MGN12 is really all you need. So, yeah, that got kind of brought over. We had to play around with like belt pathing and redesign a few things to make sure all the belts still lined up and everything without losing any motion, like any XY travel distance. And then Trident was the first one to have it, and then it's been backported to 2.4. Oh, David's here. Everyone say hi, David. I haven't seen you in a while. David, where you been? And while you're saying hi to David in chat there, if you have not entered for the draw for the Voron Trident frame from LDOmotors, it's pinned in chat and in the description. So make sure you enter that, because we're going to be drawing in, I don't know, the next hour or so. Hopefully this is the longest part of wiring things up under here. Because I think everything else is pre-made wire harnesses. Working on the new house. Oh yeah, you got a new house. Congrats. A lot of work and hopefully done soon. Aren't you building a new location for Printed Solid 2 right now? If I'm not mistaken, or did you already move into that? Or you're gonna need somewhere to put all those Pruses now. What's the Mr. Hig cartridge is good? I just use generic beta 3950s unless you want to go to a PT100. Okay, blue, red, green, black. Z3. Should I buy an Ender 3 Pro or V2? Get a V2, okay? So the Ender 3 Pro is an upgraded V1. An Ender 3 V2 is an Ender 3 V2, okay? So do you want the upgraded version of the old model or do you want the new model? Okay. Now, granted, personally, if you got the budget, go with an S1, in my opinion. I think I have one on the way. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear back on an email. But personally, the S1 seems like pretty dang good because it has all the upgrades that most people do to their Ender 3s already done on it. So, you know, I'm of the opinion I'd rather buy a functioning printer than buy a broken printer, fix it, when I could just buy a functioning printer and then build my own printer if I want to build a printer. I'd rather build my own thing than fix somebody else's problem, okay? So I'd rather start off with a good printer instead of just fixing a broken printer. And then if, you know, you want to build printers, build a printer. Do I prefer gantry going up and down or bed? It depends on the machine. On machines with not a lot of Z, it doesn't really matter. On taller machines, fixed bed. Is it an Ender 3? An Ender 2 Pro cantilever. Ender 2 Pro. I'm talking V2, not Ender 2. The only side of the V2 is the 90C bed limit. Yeah, and it's only got one Z motor, which honestly, come on, guys, it's current year. Build them right. Okay, so we got our motors in, and it should look something like that. Yeah, it does. Okay, connect the inlet and the power supply. Okie dokie. So let's find that. So that's a PCB. So inlet and power supply. Inlet to terminal cable. I'm assuming that's this. And it comes with this fancy, like, pre-sleeved up wire. That's cool. Okay, so live, neutral, ground. So I'm assuming blue goes on blue, red goes on red, or brown goes on brown. Oh man, this kind of sucks. You get in there. You get in there. You get in there. Okay. Then you come down here. Okay, ground goes into hole. There we go. Okay. One of these days, yeah, somebody's commenting on camera. I'll flip over V2.26 and I'll show you what 4 years and multiple revisions does to a wiring scheme on a printer. Okay, so. That's up. Okay, so ground goes in ground. Okay. Blue goes in blue. It's kind of a red goes in red, and red is live, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Give them all a tug, make sure they're nice and tight, nothing goes flying out. Okay. There we go. Okay. That is good there. And then we have another short piece. That goes into the power supply. So this will allow us to hook up other things to this terminal. And this whole DIN now is grounded too. So this whole DIN that the power supply sits on and this is all grounded, okay? Although the power supply isn't really, well, the power supply is grounded to it through the wire, because it's not through the mount. Did the S1, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's still dumb. I'm pretty sure it's still dumb, where it's, both Z motors are only on one driver. But you can do what Prusa does and just ram it. Because, you know, if it's good for Papa Joey P, it should be good for everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I can't. This is gonna be too tight, I think. I'm gonna remove this. Don't fall over. Snips, snips. Where are my snips? Yeah, 224-volt power supply. I do like everything's labeled. Like, this is why this is the only kit I'm happy like recommending, because all the wiring is done and it's done proper. Versus every other kit, which is pretty much a bomb in a box, where you're wiring it yourself. And I can't safely recommend something you're wiring yourself because I don't know who you are and I don't know your expertise in wiring. So that's why I don't. I'll say the kit's fine, like the Physec kit. If you're looking for just the material to build a Voron in a box and you're fine building it all, Physec kit's fine. But in terms of like, what kit should I buy? This one. What name will you give the Prusa XL? I don't know. It'll probably just be a Prusa XL because it's a commercial machine. I only name the machines that I build. Plus, Trident's already called Big Papa Joey P, because it's orange and it's actually printed in Prusa mint. So I can't call it, you know, something else. Where's my proper screwdriver for this? Bardicus, I'm not going to approve that message. You didn't remember where you're naming. I don't know what we're naming this printer yet. I don't think we figured out a name for this printer yet. It's like the V0 that I recently built. That one doesn't have a name, but I'm giving that printer away at some point after I finish putting the enclosure on it. Hey, you can see my hairline receding from here. I'm glorious 60 FPS. R2 V2. Ah, the colors don't work though. The colors don't work. There we go. So everything's nice and tight there. Got our ground in, neutral live. That's good. So I should be able to power it up right now. So I'm going to do that right now, so we can make sure that we are good. So plug that in. Because this is what I like to do. I don't always remember to do this, but when I do remember to do it, I do it. This is the first time you can really test the electrical. And this is your power supply. So if you screw up now, you break an inlet and a power supply, okay? And nothing else. Whereas if you wire everything up and then you plug it in the first time and you have it screwed up, you risk blowing everything. So, yeah. Voorhees, nah. So, off. So if all goes well, we should get a little light. 3, 2, 1. Go. We got a little light. Let me grab a multimeter. Make sure we got 24 volts. Now, why are you checking the voltage? Because you never know. You never know. So you want to make sure that one, you don't touch these ones with your probe, because that's how you get the sparky sparks. So we'll go with voltage positive, voltage negative, and we got 24 volts. So we're good. There is a potentiometer. I think it's a pot. Yeah, potentiometer. That you can adjust the voltage on these, okay? So it could not be 24. It could be like 23, or I think it can go up to 25, if I'm not mistaken. So you want to make sure it's 24 volts, and also you never know. Somebody can mess up the labeling. You never know. A little bit of spot welding. Exactly. Which, anytime somebody donates to the channel, I get reminded of. Okay. So, we've done that. We've done that. It looks like this. Does it look like that? It looks like that. Actually, it's backwards. Let me turn it around. There we go. So that looks like that. That looks like that. We're good. Okay. So next step. Before moving on to the next step, let us check all the wiring. Incorrect wiring of AC mains can be dangerous. Therefore, always double check and then triple check it once more. Remember, check everything with the power cable plugged in the inlet. Check all the wires match. Check the multiplicity between live neutral. They should not be shorted with each other. Well, we didn't do that, but this is nice that it has all this. Check you got 120 versus 230. Switch the inlet, connecting the 24 in the build plate. Okay. So our next set of wires is 24 volt PSU to cable. Okay, so to SSR. Oh, we got our little there. Okay, so this is 2 SSR. Okay, so this is SSR SIG. We've got 2 SSR, which is probably, yeah, this one. Okay, so we got that, and then is this it? That end stop. Fortunately, like some of these fell out of the bags, they're a little mixed up. And I don't have the bed installed yet, so yeah, okay. So 2 SSR. Can you show me how Voron lead screw nut and mount are supposed to look like, and the lead screw nut has gaps on both sides of the mount? Not right now. I did put it together on a stream, so if you go back to that, you might be able to see or reference the CAD. Okay. Okay, so just something, Jason, if you're here, this labeling is too close to the end. So like they can't split up far enough. Yeah, so slide it down. William, $5. Thank you, appreciate it. Is there a zip clip for donation? A zap clip for donations? Yeah, it pops up. Probably just saw it. You know what, I'm just gonna cut it. I upgraded my 300 tall boy Triumph fan with a 6mm to 8mm. Added some heat. There you go. It's more thermal mass. Oh, wait, no, I got this backwards. Wait, no, that's right. Yeah, so this is positive, and that's negative, yeah. So negative. And this is positive. There we go. Hi. Okay, so hopefully the manual is right, because I can't really see under this. There we go. That's SSR signal. Okay. And then we have this little guy here, which goes in here. And again, I'm installing the bed last because it's heavy, and you wait to the end to do the heavy stuff. look at that. Let's do that. Rely him down. Yep. So that's good there. Okay. Are those pre-made harnesses under the... I'm pretty sure these are PVC. Or... I don't think it really... None of these are moving, so it doesn't matter, really. It only really matters in the drag chain. Okay. So tool head cable and XY end stop cable. Plug into here. So... yeah, so this is the XY end stop cable. It goes in right here. And tool head cable. So I can jam it all in there. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then this is our NeoPixel. So I'll leave that for the end. And then extruder motor. So we got a bunch of little cables here. So E end stop. Hotend. X end stop. Actually, why am I looking? It's the one that has 4 cables on it. So extruder motor. Is this one? Motor. Okay. Goes across here. Goes into here. And I'm going to be lazy and just kind of do this. Okay. Just kind of lay it down in the channel. Call it a day. There we go. Wire managed. Good as new. Okay. So hot end thermistor and chamber thermistor. So thermistor 0, I'm assuming that's this one, is this one. Okay, I gotta turn this. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. I can see he said the blind man. Okay, so thermistor, extruder. Here's this one. And that goes over here. Where's that one? C-fan. Yeah. Wait, no, I plugged. Did I plug in the right one? Yeah. This goes in here. Comes down here. And comes out. And then where is? Here. I want to say. See, nothing is labeled. This is why I hate the big tree tech boards. There's one thing I don't like about them is you better have the pinout up or the diagram up, because you cannot see what's on it. You can't. Yeah. And then chamber thermistor. So again, no bed yet. Saving that for the end. Okay. Every time you turn, the printer feels like scratch that nice. I know, that's why I gotta fix the bed or get something on this. There you go, Sanity killed the bot. Okay, so we got E-motor, we got that. Okay, it kind of looks like that. Wait, do we not plug in the power supply? Oh, I forgot the 24 volt cable. We're like, wait a minute. We don't have power yet. Okay, so. So it looks like we only got one negative and the rest positive. Okay. So one VIN negative and the rest positive. Only Benchies. It's only Benchies.com. Engagement bot. I just rather not have bot. Slide that down a bit, yeah. Okay, so then we come over here. And then we have, okay, so skip one. And then, okay, so. Okay, so according to the manual, we got skip one, positive, negative, positive, skip one, positive. Okay. Yeah, those bots are weird. Like, does anyone actually even go to those websites? Like, it's a website, I'm assuming that's what it's spamming, but is it even like a functional, like, would somebody go, huh, that's interesting, I'm just gonna go there, because why not? Tell I'm not left-handed. Okay, remember, coming up near the end of the stream here. So make sure you enter, if you have not entered, for your chance to win a Voron Trident frame. And right now, we are at 472 likes to 475 viewers. If we get 500 likes, I'll give away 2 frames. So if you have not hit that like button yet, correct that now, and we'll give away 2 frames. I was gonna do it before, but you know, big numbers make me happy, so. And there we go. That kind of works, I guess. Make sure all these are tight. Okay, so we got negative, positive, positive, skip, positive, negative, positive, skip. Okay. Okay, so we got all that. So again, we don't have the bed thermistor in or the bed heat in yet. So we don't have the bed. Okay, now we got more of these guys. So we got Z probe. Where is Z probe? Y end stop heat, X end stop, Z probe. When is the LDO? A couple months, I want to say. Unfortunately, I think all the lockdowns in Shenzhen and Hong Kong right now are kind of screwing them over. So. X end stop goes here, comes down here. There's a Z probe, and it goes to the first one. Okay, that's Z probe, right? Check the labeling. Always paranoid. ABL probe, yeah, which isn't an ABL probe, it's a, well, it's a clicky. So that's why we only have 2 wires, because it's a clicky. Okay, Y end stop. Hot end fan. Part cooling fan. X end stop. Y end stop, okay. So Y end stop is, Y end stop, right? And Y end stop goes to here. Wait, here. Okay. X end stop is here, I want to say. Yep. That goes to here. Okay. Hot end heat is ooh, this one's got a fancy connector. It goes to here, and it's this first one. So let me spin this here. Power supply wired wrong. What do you mean? What do you mean power supply wired wrong? How is power supply wired wrong? what are we looking at? Yeah, it's 3 positives. Positive, positive, positive. Negative, negative, negative. On here it alternates. On this side it alternates. On this one it doesn't. Yeah, red is positive. No. Spin this around so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so hot end heat. So pretty much whenever I finish wiring up under the hood here, that's when we're going to call it, and we'll do the draw. So if you have not entered yet, do this now. So I'm sure anyone here, is there anyone who doesn't want to win a Trident frame from LDOmotors? I'm sure you all want to win one. Okay, hot end fan. Is purple. And hot end fan is the first one. No. It's the second one. Yeah. Did I plug these in backwards? Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I can't see anything. 1 second here. Okay, so this is hot end fan. Okay, so that's... Oh, they're labeled on the top. Okay, hot end fan. Rather have this V0 frame. You can't always get what you want. It'd be cool, but you can't. And I can only give out so many things a day, or a stream. Okay, par fan. And then these are for the NeoPixel. So we're gonna have to put those in somewhere at some point. Okay. So we got that all done. It should look like that. Once you connect everything, check your wires to the multimeter, check that 24 volt parameters. So LED strips, we don't have the LED strips. The filter fan, the nozzle probe, we don't have that because we don't have a nozzle probe. Because we have a whatchamacallit. And then the Ethernet and the LCD. Which I think we'll do next. Yeah, 4 o'clock. We'll call it there. So PCB fan, which we don't have wired in yet. LED strips I don't have installed yet. So we'll do all that stuff next stream. We'll get the bed installed. We'll do all that. We'll finish it all up under the hood. Ethernet, yeah, that's the last thing. And then cover it up. Yeah. So yeah. You'll be able to pick. So how it's going to work for the draw is I'm going to do the draw in like a couple minutes here. If you win, Jason will send you an email and he will contact you and collect all your info. I don't need to know where you live. I don't want to know where you live. So I just need your name, whatever name you use in chat, use that, sure. So we know who to say, you know, cool to for who wins. And then, yeah, you'll be contacted if you win. And then you can request whatever size and color, I believe. And it's a Trident frame. Personally, go 300. That's just me. I was right. Apple did release a new phone. Color me shocked. Who would have thought that Apple would release a new phone on their Apple event? Let me guess. Is it a little bit thinner with a better screen and a little bit better camera? And probably a better processor. You live in Sweden. Cool. It's open worldwide. Okay, so it's 4:04 right now. You got till 4:10 to enter. You have till 4:10 to enter. And then I gotta figure out dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. It's the same, just green? That makes sense. Comes in 3 new colors. Ooh, does it come with a charger? No. No, doesn't come with a charger. New iPad and new Macs. Ooh, new Macs. Part of me wants to get a Mac Mini. But part of me wants to get a Mac Mini for them to make a Mac Mini with like the good M1 chip, unless they have an M2. Let me see what Apple came out with today. Apple official site, Apple event. So is it still ongoing? Reddit/Apple. M1 Ultra. Ooh. Clipper on Mac Mini? Sure, why not? Ooh, M1 Ultra, fancy. Is there an actual list though of all their new stuff? So they got a new desktop, a new iPad, which at this point just make the iPad just run Mac OS. Why do you have to have 2 separate operating systems? Just the iPad is pretty much an Apple laptop without a keyboard. Just make them run the same operating system at this point, guys. What's with this walled garden BS at this point? It's party here on Tuesday. It is. We got the stream done, so usually if you're new here, the first like couple minutes of the stream are just open whatever, and then we get on to whatever, and then if something happens, like these streams are not like hard set schedule for what's going on. So if we're building a rat rig and somebody asks me a question about a Voron or an Ender or whatever, we tangent. There is no set. And then eventually we get to like the end of the stream, and then it's just kind of open floor, shoot the shit. Okay, so it's like a little cube. 10 gigabit, that is nice. 10 gigabit, 40 gigabit Thunderbolt. So it's like a content creator thing. Okay, so how much is it? $2 grand. Ooh. And M1 Ultra at $4 grand. Ooh. The display is 69. Ooh. I'm gonna stick with my Ryzen 3700X. Thank you very much. You guys have never heard the term shoot the shit? That's like a common term. Okay, whatever. I don't know, that was the first thing that came up when I clicked the link or searched for it, so. Oh. $800 to go from 64. Oh God, I just upgraded my desktop upstairs. I upgraded from 16 to 32 gigs of RAM. It cost me $80 for 32 gigs, or for 16. So. Yeah, upstairs, my main computer upstairs has a 3700X, 32 gigs of RAM, and an AMD 5700 XT graphics card. And then down here, I have a Ryzen 3100 non-X, because you can't find the 3100 non-X's anywhere when I built it. So 3100, 16 gigs of RAM, literally like 120 gig SSD. This computer is literally just for streaming. And then a GTX 1060, which used to be in my main computer upstairs, but I use the 1060 for NVENC. So that way I can encode at 18,000 kilobits a second upload at 1440p 60 to YouTube, and still have 100% CPU usage free for Fusion or whatever. So, because I don't game on this computer, obviously. The RAM is on the chip. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, you're stuck within. You can't upgrade it. Which, don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. Like, I went to there's a store at the mall that sells used MacBook stuff, and it's like $700 for like a 2013 MacBook, and I'm just like. Now, granted, it probably runs a lot better than a 2013 regular laptop, not Mac, but still, it's a lot of money. I don't know. I still want to get an M1 Mac just to play around with, though. The problem is, it's like, I have a fully functional computer, so I'm not going to have a completely separate setup just for streaming or just for editing or something. I have 10 PCs. I probably have that many computers. I have 1, 2, including like my wife's computers and whatever. So I got a laptop, I got this desktop, I got my desktop, so that's 3, 4, my wife's computer, 5, 6, 7, and then the server 8. I got 8 computers, like running like that can run like a full operating system. Although most of them are just like little thin clients hooked up to TVs. Hey, guess what? 410. Let's do the draw. So if you have not entered yet, you have until I get everything set up here for the draw. Wheel of names. So how it's going to work is I'm going to put everyone's name in here, and we're going to draw 2 winners for a LDO Trident Voron kit. The frame, just the frame. So how many people? We have 973 people to enter. So I'm gonna have a drink of each one of my drinks, and we're gonna see who came in at the last minute. Because I know somebody's realizing right now, oh shit, there's a draw. I want to enter, and they're trying to scramble to get their name and whatnot entered. So, oh, there's one. Crappy Tim Hortons. Let's go with some LTT store water. And wash that down with some good old G Fuel. 4 people. Code Wubby, 30% off. Okay. 3, 2, 1, closed. Somebody got in like 2 seconds before I clicked that. Okay. Okay, copy everyone's name. And then, just so you guys know, it takes like a minute for it to actually copy everything into Wheel of Names, because I have 977 entrants, which I don't have 977 people in chat. So how many of you guys just popped in, entered, and left? I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Actually, I'm not disappointed. You're all cool. Somebody entered a name that's so long it's across the page. If you break it, it's on you. Okay. Copy. So, here comes the part where I paste it, and it crashes Windows for a minute, or Chrome. So, paste. Time to use real apps, not web apps. Web apps are slow. I would love to use the marbles, but if you don't know, like on Twitch, you can use marbles, like it's a marble run, and everyone, like, it's a cool thing. The problem is that it only works with Twitch, I believe. I don't think you can just import a name list into it. So, Yeah, we're just gonna wait. It takes a moment. It eventually comes through. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick has the rock. He's like, "Come on, buddy. You can take your time. You got this." Wait. It's thinking. It'll work. Don't worry. Waiting on the VZ-Bot build. If they make kits for it at some point, I can't. I'm not going to go about self-sourcing one right now. I just don't have the time in the immediate future. Okay. So, you know how it be. Somebody give me a number between 10 and 15. Molex kit, not AliExpress. Check the Voron sourcing guide. Okay. I said between 10 and 15, not 5, Sabrina. 14, okay. Shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. And big money, big money, big money! Activate engagement. Let's see who is our winner. It is whoever that is, I can't see. Stumbling Fool. Stumbling Fool, congratulations. Let me grab your info here. And send it off to Jason. Okay, so Stumbling Fool, congratulations. You are the first winner of a Voron Trident framed kit from LDOmotors. We are going to remove you now, and we're going to go again. So, somebody give me a number between 0 and 5 this time. I don't want to count that high. Number between 0 and 5. 0 and 5. I don't want to count high. 3. 3 is a number. 1, a 2, a 3. And big money, big money, big money. Well, I don't know however much money a Voron frame is. Oh, somebody donated. Oh my God, I can't do is that. Norton Tech, $4.99. Cheers, appreciate it. Thanks for the great stream. Don't forget to like that smash button. You're awesome. You are awesome too. Thank you. Steven's also awesome. Steven Ametjan? Steven A. Congratulations, Steven A. You have won yourself a Voron Trident frame kit. Okay. F. Yeah. Oh, no. I want Steven. I don't want to search. Copy. Delete. Search. There's Steven. And second winner. There we go. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Everyone claps in chat. Everyone clap. I don't know. Is there a clap emoji in clap? Is there a clap emoji? I don't know if there's a clap emoji. There you go. There is no clap emoji. Oh. I don't know. There's a dab emoji. Oh no, that's elbow cough. Okay, well. Oh, there is a clap. There you go. Everyone clap. There we go. Yay, engagement. Okay. So, there we go. That is that. Let me get rid of everyone out of this wheel of names. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Jason should contact you in the next day or 2. I don't know, whenever he gets around to it. So yes, so we've got most of our wiring done. We just got to do some bed stuff and a few other things, like some NeoPixels and whatnot. So next stream should be the last prep stream. So this was stream 5. Next stream, we got to put the bed in, put the clicky mount in, finish wiring everything up. So the next stream is going to be the last stream before we get movement out of this machine. We might get some movement next week. Don't hold your breath, because I want to actually panel it up. I want to actually do everything proper and get this to a done state. Because normally, you know how my builds are. We get to like the point where the frame's together and it moves, and then I do everything else off camera. This one, we're building the whole thing up on camera. So if all goes well, one more stream of build, one stream of tweak and tune, And then on the third stream will be print and the big giveaway where we give away one of these, basically, a full kit. Okay, so 3 on the third stream. So 2 more build and then a print stream. Subject to change, who knows? It might be 4 streams. We'll see. We might work on this on Friday. Or next Saturday. I don't know. Because I gotta finish the V minion. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know what's coming up. Follow me on Twitter at 3DPNero to keep up to date on all my musings and whatnot and to find out what's going on. I usually post it there. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. Because I do put the streams out about 3 to 4 hours before they go live. I put a notification out so that you hopefully don't miss it. If you want to help support the content I create and the things I do, I would not be able to do this without you. Consider becoming a member of the channel on Patreon, or if you want to support me in other ways. If you plan on buying stuff through AliExpress and you want to give me some money that doesn't cost you anything extra, there's an affiliate link in the description, among other sites as well. For anyone who donated during the stream, you're awesome. Anyone who became a member of the channel during the stream, you're awesome. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Congratulations to LDOmotors for donating this kit to build on stream, and also for giving the giveaways for each Voron build stream. Who else? Anyone else? Hi. Ryan R. You're awesome. Congratulations. Who else? Nerq. Hi. You're awesome. Everyone else in chat is awesome. I'm going to go figure out dinner now. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and cheers.